Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphie Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are we live? I have received my notification. So I can't officially say that we are live, but I think we are live. And you are in tune to Boxing Talk with Raphie. 304. The weekend wrap up. That's exactly what we aim to do. Wrap this thing up. Wrap this baby up. Okay. Let me fix up the thing. Boom. 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 Okay. Let's have a look at the visibility. Boom. Okay. That's what we're working with. That's what we're working with. Aaron Daly up in the building, bright and early. Okay. So, as the title suggests, the weekend wrap up. We're looking at the weekend's action, primarily to the zone card, on the zone. Okay, so first things first, what we doing? What do I need to do? Oh yes, let's get into the sound check. What do you mean? According to this, it ain't started yet. Has the thing started? Are we live? Let me reload that. Okay, let's drop the music and see what's coming through. Load that. Okay, let's drop the music and see what's coming through. Okay, that's good. That's good, y'all. System is fine. Okay, sound is good, says the fight doctor. All right, so what we're doing, first things first. Let me share the show around. Let me share it with the secret society. Okay, let's just do another thing. Let's get that thing there. Boom. Boom. See if that works. Okay, that works. Let's drop that in a couple of locations. And we'll go. Okay. Boom. Let's paste that. Boom. Let's paste that there. And of course, okay, something posted that I didn't see before. Okay, that's posted all around. I think we're ready. We're ready to do this thing. Okay, so where are we gonna start? Let's see where we're gonna start with this thing. Okay. Let's move this over. And share. Okay. Let me drop the link in the chat. Boom. Boom. Okay, so the link is now in the chat. You're gonna see a couple of seconds away in the YouTubes. Let's see that. Let's pin that. Okay. And also, let's just put it like so. There we go. So it's there. Now let's get cracking. Let's get into this thing. Okay, so the unsung hero. Oh, maybe I should tell you what I'm covering tonight. Maybe I should tell you about the menu. Let me tell you about the menu tonight before we commence. The menu. Have I not discussed the menu yet? Okay, so So tonight we're looking at Lara versus Warrington2. We're looking at the Oscar Valdez debacle. We're looking at Lara. We're looking at Ben versus Granados, Taylor versus Han, Hughes versus Straffon. Okay, so we're covering all of those shiznicks tonight. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Let's get straight. Let's get straight into this thing. And hold on. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So we're sharing that. And we have a visitor. We're looking
at the Oscar chicken leg, bro.
Yeah, man. So who is it? It's the pigeon. It's the Mr. Pigeon.
Mr. Pigeon, bro.
Mr. Pigeon. How you doing, Mr. Pigeon?
Not too bad, bro.
Okay.
Valdez got tested for a B sample, right?
Yeah, he got tested for the A and B sample. Did the A and
B? He's had more A and Bs than the count in Sesame Street.
Wow. Damn. So this so straight from the bottle. No messing around with a glass or a cup. Forget that. I don't blame you, Pigeon. I don't blame you. So Oscar, let's look at the well, I want to talk about Hughes v Straffon first.
The WBC.
The IBO, I think he's now. Wait, hold on. Let me bring him up. Let's have there we are. There he is. Okay, there he is. Okay, so let's have a look. Maxie Hughes inks a pact with Eddie Hearn. Once Devin Haney title showdown. Okay, so there he is. To me, the unheralded man of the weekend. Unheralded, newly crowned IBO lightweight world champion Maxie Hughes. Signed a multi-fight promotional deal with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing.
He's obviously going to sign him. He thinks he's his golden boy, but I don't think that guy Maxie Hughes is any good. To be fair, well, let's just sign up everybody. You know, why don't you sign me up?
Well, if you stop the cannibalism, I see the pigeons eating chicken. I mean, that's straight up cannibalism.
He might as well sign me up. If he's going to sign me up to Hughes, I might as well sign me up. Damn. Well, I know Eddie. Well, Eddie likes to listen to the show, so you never know. Right, okay. So, Maxie Hughes outpointed and outclassed Giovanni Straffon over 12 rounds. Emerald Headingley Stadium in Leeds on Saturday. I watched the Lara fight as well. I thought that Warrington headbutted Lara as well, to be fair.
Well, you know what? Yeah. I think we're just gonna talk about.
You're gonna bump me after that.
We're gonna talk about Hughes for a second, and then we can get onto that. But we best do it one thing at a time.
I'm gonna get bumped up here.
Bumped off. Well, you just bumped off a piece of chicken, didn't you? As a pigeon, that's cannibalism, my friend. So anyway, I must say I was impressed with Maxie Hughes. Oftentimes, more and more these days, we see boxers in the ring who don't even have the bare necessities. They don't even have the fundamentals down. But this guy here, I like him. I know the pigeon don't like him. But I like this cat here. But at least he had the basic fundamentals, put in some good work, and he shocked.
Well, good.
He shocked
Straffon.
Shocked him.
Good.
You can see the look on Straffon's face. He was in shock, stunned, and he took a thorough thrashing.
He took a beating.
He took a beating, mate. He took a thorough and comprehensive ass whooping. Okay.
It wasn't a nice experience for the other guy.
It wasn't a nice experience for Straffon. It was not a nice experience for Straffon, not one tiny bit.
Strap on by name, strap on by nature.
Yeah, I've been trying to avoid that joke. I've been trying to avoid that one, but it's pretty damn obvious. It's hard to miss.
Feel free to knock me off at any time.
I'm just remember there's a place that I need to share. There's a place that I need to share this thing to. So let me get on it straight away. Let me get on it straight away. It's only a couple of button pushes. What we got here? You got here. Dang. Let's share that out live now. Let's say live now. Live now. Should have wrote that in red. Live now. And let me put an arrow. Let me put a finger.
Sorry, guys. Oh, I can hear you now, Raphie. Sorry about all that. About all.
No problem at all.
Sorry about that.
Let me see what's going on.
Let me just go and get my whiskey, bro.
Okay, go and get your whiskey.
I'm sorry about it. I just got back from London on a coach for 6 hours, man.
We thought you was locked up.
I should be locked up.
Yeah.
I should be locked up. But I'm still here.
Yeah. Live now. Boom. Okay. Well, okay. So okay, so what's going on? These
are massive, bro.
Let me mute that there. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so did anyone notice that the commentator was butchering Straffon's name? I can't say I did. Can't really say I did. I had that thing on, but it was on low. The volume was on low. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay, so people said that Maxi Hughes did not have the power to make a dent in Straffon. They were wrong. He rocked him a few times. He did. It was a beautiful thing to see. That was some nice boxing there from Maxi Hughes.
Yeah, it was quality. To be honest, Maxi Hughes, I writ him off as well. I was impressed, man.
Yeah,
impressed.
Absolutely. So that's Maxi Hughes. Shout out to Maxi Hughes, the unheralded man of the weekend. And so that's fair enough. We've done that. What else are you looking at?
Really good.
Yeah, absolutely. So where are we going now? We're dropping that. We're coming out of that. And I think we're going. What have I got saved over here?
Did you watch the Warrington fight, Raphie? Did you watch the Warrington fight against Lara?
I did watch the Warrington fight. Go ahead, talk about that. Talk about your thoughts, feelings, and observations about the Warrington fight.
I've got a lot of friends that live in they live in northern Mexico, a place called Loreto, by Mexicana. We watched the fight all together on there. Listen, people are saying Warrington was doing this, he was doing that. It's only 2 rounds. How can you judge a fight after 2 rounds of boxing?
Yes, I agree.
He got his ass. I don't want to be nasty because I'm from England. He got his ass handed to him in the first fight. And in the second fight, he went with his head.
Yes. What can I say? The pigeon goes straight in for it, not messing around.
The pigeon's going in with a non.
He's going in with a non. Look at that non. You've got to the point real quick because he went in with his head. Warrington.
Why beat around the bush?
Why beat around the bush? Yeah.
He was in trouble in that fight.
He was.
And he knew he was in trouble in that fight.
He did.
He knew he was in trouble in that fight after the first 30 seconds. He went boom with the head.
Yeah.
When any white person, and I'm white, I'm in my 50s nearly, whenever they get in trouble with the fists and they lose control, they go with the head. This goes back to, I don't know where it goes back to, maybe the past.
Yeah.
He was getting his ass handed to him, basically, and he couldn't fight.
Yeah.
Lara trains with Ramirez, all these top guys, Reynoso, all these guys that are good, like Canelo people that train.
Yeah.
Warrington trains with his dad. I'm not being funny. That's not going to take you too far, is it really? I'm sorry I've been drinking, Raphie, and you might think I'm talking shit, but I've never rated Warrington, mate.
Well, you know, the thing is that maybe it's time for a poll. It's time for a poll. Come on, we have the facilities, we have the technology. Let's do a poll. Do you hold on? Who do you think?
Thanks for having me on anyway. I wouldn't have put me on, but thanks for having me on.
Who do you think would...
I always cause trouble.
Going... Well, you behaved so far to...
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad.
Who do you think was going to win? And I'm going to say... what do you mean, yes? Lara? Oh, let's put Warrington first. Warrington or Warrington.
This guy, Lara against Warrington's.
Warrington, Lara.
Yeah.
Very simple. Very simple. Lara. No, don't add no options. Don't add no options. Just go. How do I say? How do I send? Ask your community. There you go. Ask your community. Must contain between 1 and 35. What the hell? Get out of there, man. Just ask your community. Okay.
Click the
yeah. Know, it's there.
Click the link when he's posted it to what you think. What do you think?
Yeah, it's what you indeed. Okay, there you go. So
what do you think?
Is now up. Who do you think was going to win? Warrington or Lara?
And it was only over 2 rounds, remember?
It was only over 2 rounds. We only had 2 rounds by that point. Lisa Bayliss up.
I'm just gonna go for a wee.
Man, that's cool, brother. That's cool. You gotta let the alcohol out. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Right. Okay, let's carry on with this. What's this say? I did think Warrington tried the headbutt. He tried the same move only 10 seconds earlier. Okay, so that's the question. Do you think Warrington tried the headbutt? Do you think he knew he was on a hiding again? He knew he was on a hiding again. He knew. And so do you think that he tried to go in for the headbutt, hoping he could win by a headbutt, hoping he could damage?
It was a huge headbutt. It was a huge headbutt.
It was a huge gash. As soon as the camera panned in close, I thought, nah.
I've been to 75. I've been to 75 fights and that, Raphie, live, and that was a pure headbutt, bro.
That was a headbutt. That was the headbutt. Are you saying deliberate? Are you saying the headbutt was deliberate?
Come on, man. I used to box with people like Joe Egan. I trained Mike Tyson's gym for years. I worked in Mike Tyson's bar. Yeah. A pure headbutt. He fucking rammed into him, and it was a complete headbutt. He wanted a way out. He wanted a way out in that fight.
He was looking for a way out. Was he looking for a way out? Let's have a look at what's happening with the poll right about now. 100% everybody thinks Lara
Lara would win. But anyway, it's only been up for 2 minutes. We're going to leave it up there. But that's a 100%.
I've done an interview with Lara's team that, after the first fight, and we were doing an interview with Lara's team because I speak a bit of Spanish, and we were discussing what happened in the first fight. And the first fight, there was no way in the second fight when he went to Headingley that Warrington was actually going to stand up and fight him. It was with his head. He did the same in the Barry fight against fucking Kid Galahad. He was up and down, up and down. I thought Galahad won that fight. I actually had Galahad winning that fight. And,
it's close. He was close. He was close. He was very close. It's very close.
If you've got feather fists and you're running around the ring like
Mary Poppins.
Well, there you go. And he got 7 KOs in about 34 fights, Raphie. So,
oh dear.
What's that? A 20% KO ratio?
Damn. That fight was a disappointment. It was indeed. I think there's a lot of people who think that Warrington.
And I wanted Warrington to win. I wanted him to win, but
a lot of people who feel that Warrington employed underhand tactics.
He did. I didn't. I got nothing against underhand tactics. If you can back it up. You remember Holyfield used to come with his head.
Yeah.
But Holyfield had the resume, undisputed champion at cruiserweight. He'd come through all the ranks in about 50 or 60 fights before he fought at heavyweight. You could give him a pass on being dirty. Warrington's got like 20 fights. I'm not giving nobody a pass on having 20 fights and being dirty, to be honest. And I sort of put Warrington in the same league as, and I know this is going to hurt a lot of people, but a bit of the Andre Ward category. You need to carry your career over into the 40s and 50 defenses. You need to be going up to places where you've actually done big things in boxing. And I think Warrington should never have been a champion. He should never have been a champion. I'm sorry I compared him to Andre Ward because that's ridiculous. Andre Ward is like 50 times better than Josh Warrington, but I just think that he was trying to. That was a stupid analogy that I just made, by the way. I don't know. I just think Josh Warrington. I'm not sold, man.
Yeah. Well, we saw that he didn't want to fight. We saw he didn't want to fight. What's that fella's name? Barry. What's that?
He lost that fight. He could see
he didn't want to fight him again. Then he went for Lara, thinking it'd be a soft touch, and he got the shellacking of his life. Absolutely.
He got the shit. He thought Barry was an easy touch.
Shellacking. That's the word we use over here, shellacking.
I never heard that before.
Yeah, shellacking. I just want to address something in the chat. There's been an allegation made by Tone that Raphie is the mayor of Mampiland, and that is wholly and totally incorrect. We gotta correct that. We gotta get the facts right.
What's going on, man?
It was Tone that brought up the Mampis. And we spoke about the Mampis, but I can assure you that Tone would have been fed a steady diet of
Tone Loke. This is Tone Loke.
A steady diet of Mampis from school age, and he's walking to school in his short pants up until now.
This is Tone Deaf. You ever heard of Tone Loke? Tone Loke was a decent guy. This is Tone Deaf. This
is it. We know, Tone. Now stop trying to talk yourself out of it, Tone. It is what it is, my brother. It's just some guys are out there and they mop up the Mampis and keep the path clear for man like
keep the path clear. You've only got one path in life. Keep it clear. Let's keep that Keep that buzzer clicking. Keep that buzzer clicking.
Okay.
Where's John Dealey tonight? Where's Mr. John Dealey tonight?
John Dealey's in his dressing room.
In his silk pajamas. Is he in his silk pajamas like Marvin Hagler?
John Dealey's in his smoking, what do you call it? Smoking jacket. In his dressing room.
Smoking jacket like fucking Oscar Wilde. That motherfucker's walking around like Oscar Wilde.
He's in his smoking jacket, getting the final preparations, preparations done before he jumps on the show. But he's, you know,
fucking Gordon Ramsay kitchen nightmares.
He's got to get the makeup lady, let the makeup lady do her thing.
I'm going to tune into one of those channels, and I think like I'm going to tune in. I'm going to click on YouTube, and I'm going to go Kitchen Nightmares, and John Dealey's going to turn up cooking the fucking beef Wellington for fucking Gordon Ramsay.
Put down the beef Wellington, John. Come on, put down the beef Wellington. It's 10 o'clock at night, for goodness sakes. Okay,
we're going to have him cooking a beef Wellington in the Savoy Hotel.
Okay, he's up there. Okay, I also thought that Galahad beat Warrington. He was close.
He did. It was a clear win. I've been watching boxing all my life, and I've been to 70 or 80 fights live abroad as well. And I thought Galahad is not the most exciting fighter, but he did win that fight. Not gonna lie.
I wanted Josh to lose, as I can't stand his old man.
Nobody likes him much. Nobody likes his father much. It's a bit cringe, isn't it? It's a bit cringe.
Yeah.
I just find him a bit fucking cringe.
Easy with the language, man. Come on, please. Come on.
So sorry. So you know I'm from the centre of Birmingham, Raphie. Yeah. I'm not posh like you, so
easy. Take your time. Easy, lemon squeezy. Okay. Going to win or not? Warrington should have been disqualified for leading with his head. I counted 8 butts in 2 rounds. OMG.
OMG, we're talking OMG. We're talking a lot. He was leading with them, and you could have put 6 headbutts on that fight. Not being funny, but I never rated him.
Fair point. Yes, that's a good point by Big Boys Boxing there. He was leading with his head. I think that's the general consensus. What you got here? Yeah. You can't stay rich like me year-round eating the beef Wellington.
I could do with some of that beef Wellington, to be honest. That'd be funny.
Make me feel hungry. Making me feel hungry.
I got some dirty old naan bread here. It's not exactly beef Wellington, but it's decent.
What do you mean, get well soon, John? What's wrong with John? Get well soon, John. What's happening?
Yeah, I've been ill. I was ill. I had the COVID last week.
Dang.
Yeah, I was really ill with it as well. Raphie as well.
Yo, I hope I can just stay healthy and stay safe. Leon up in the building.
Leon, was that Leon Dawkins? Was that second?
Leon Figures. Leon Figures.
I thought it said Leon Dawkins. Some guy from Cuba. The Cuba version.
The Cuba version. Okay. So we've talked about that. I think let's have a look at the poll. Let's have a look. Who do you think was going to win? Warrington 9%, Lara 91%. I think it's pretty. Yeah, that's by a landslide.
That's what we were saying in the Spanish chat. But he was getting beat up, Warrington.
That is a landslide. That is an unquestionable.
Thanks for that, guys. I really appreciate that. 100%.
100%. Okay.
Really appreciate that.
Let's keep this thing moving.
Last some actual boxing chat.
Let's keep this thing moving.
Thanks for that, guys.
Okay. So what's this here? Actually, I don't want to go there first. I want to go here first. Okay, so let's close that down. Damn, pop-ups popping up. Okay, yeah. Manage my settings. Damn, you have to go through, read more, reject data collection and continue. Thank you. That's all I need. That's all I need. Reject data and continue.
Why does having a conversation in 2021 sound like having a degree in 1980?
What's going on?
Oh, I didn't understand a word of that.
Hey, I have to replay it and see what's up. What's crack-a-lacking? Okay, so let's talk about Katie Taylor. Let's talk. Tell me how you feel about Katie Taylor.
It was an excellent fight. I love Han. She's half South Korean, half from El Paso. It's a very, very good-looking woman. I don't want to necessarily focus on that, but she's got an excellent record as well. USAB champion. She's a very good fighter. Obviously, Katie is what she is. I thought Han stood up to her, but she was getting clipped on the counter a lot. I just thought it was an excellent fight, and I'm very critical of Katie Taylor in the past, but I was impressed.
Yeah.
Can't say much more, Raphie, to be honest.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat.
Rat-tat-tat, late at night, they're out on the streets of LA. You know where to put. Sorry about that. Let me
end the poll. Let me end the poll, and the poll stands. Who do you think was going to win? Warrington 17% and Lara 83%. So that's overwhelming.
There you go. A lot of them guys are my friends from Lara's team. So
I'm going to have an unpopular question. I'm going to have to, and I'm going to do it in the form of a poll. Is Katie Taylor a dirty fighter?
Yeah, she's a bit dirty. You're
going to have to ask the question because I don't hear anybody talking about it, but I know what I see, and I know my eyes do not deceive me.
Exactly. But I like the fact that she was getting dirty in that fight, though, because in the past she never has. So
she has, my friend. I've got something I've been clocking now. Oh,
that's
yes.
The first fight I've watched of her.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the first. That's the first Katie Taylor fight I've watched in the last 2 years or 3 years.
Oh.
The last one I watched of her, is she calling out Amanda Serrano now?
Yeah, she wants Amanda Serrano.
The last time I watched Katie Taylor from tonight was about 3 years ago on the Eddie Hearn debut when she won that. So have you been watching all them fights since there?
I've been watching quite a few of the fights.
I've not been watching them. So if she's been dirty,
yeah, she's been dirty, but nobody's calling her out on it. I ain't
been watching it. You know, Raphie, me. I ain't been watching women's boxing much. I was impressed with both of them ladies last night. That's what I just said before. I just thought it was an excellent fight, man. And I had the draw. I didn't have Katie Taylor winning it, but I was very impressed because the last time I watched her was a debut. So you've obviously watched all these 6 or 7 fights before that. I've not watched them, man. I ain't watched them. And then you know what I'm like. I've not watched them, so
well, I'll tell you what I've seen.
Who did she fight? She fought that little Romanian woman. Started beating up on her, didn't she? The little Romanian woman.
I've been in the last fight. I've been noticing some dirty action, some underhand stuff. Some dirtiness. I really don't think it's necessary. I've been
How old is she?
34, I think. And I really don't think it's necessary. I think
You know, she's got enough skills, surely, to not to have to resort to.
No. If she's been dirty, then obviously, because she come to the game late, didn't she?
Came to the game late.
She come to the game late. I've only watched.
Does Katie Taylor bring the excitement? I think she does. I think she does. I think she does to an extent.
I'm a bad person to ask on this because I've only watched her debut, and then I watched the beat up this little fucking Romanian woman who's just served me this.
Yeah,
little Romanian woman who's just served me this because I live next to a Romanian bar. So just got
I got you, my friend. So Katie Taylor, you know, get your. Let me check the poll. Let me see how the people are responding in the poll.
I thought it was a draw. I thought that fight last night was a draw. That was a draw.
Is Katie Taylor a dirty fighter at the moment? It's 50-50, but it's only 2 minutes. It's 3 minutes deep now. So we're going to be leaving that up there.
Jesus
the
Christ.
Is there. At the moment, it's 50-50. I personally...
Is Scott of the Antarctic going to turn up? There's more poles than the North Pole. You're going to have me crawling to the... Oh, go on, sorry.
Roberts says Taylor does not excite her. First fight with Pursoon was good, though. I think she
that was the Belgian woman. Was that the Belgian woman?
Belgian woman.
I thought she lost one of them fights, didn't she?
Yeah, me too. I think she lost both of them. Well,
there you go. Well, she was a copper. Pursoon was a police officer. I remember all this.
Yeah, uses the shoulder a lot. The other girl was
fighting. She's like that with the shoulder.
The other girl was fighting like an amateur, waiting for the ref.
Yeah, I remember. That fight.
Waiting for the ref to break them up. I thought the other girl, Han, I thought she fought well. She fought well. She frustrated Katie Taylor. I personally enjoyed the fight.
We were watching the Han.
The return of the pigeon. He was cannibalizing.
You're never gonna get rid of me. You're never gonna get rid of me. But the hand was she was an excellent fighter. Her father grew her up on a military base in South Korea. So that lady was actually brought up in a military background. So she'd obviously been brought up hard and to be tough. And she was tough. And I'll be straight with you. I thought that was a draw. And we were just...
It was close.
Yeah. Sorry, Raphie.
It was close. He was close.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was close. That first Pursoon fight was rough. It was rough. I enjoyed both of them, to be honest. I enjoyed both of those Pursoon fights.
I thought she lost both of them.
Well, she at least lost the first one in my book. Definitely lost the first in my book, in my humble opinion. And may have lost the second.
I thought she lost it. Now I'm thinking she lost the second one in that one.
She may very well have. Yeah, he was very close to me. I think she could have lost both of them. Yeah, I'd have to go back and check what I was saying at the time, but I think she lost both of them. But
you got me thinking.
Interesting. I was entertained. But I wish you'd leave out the dirty stuff. Ease off with the head. You know, ease off with the dirty stuff. But anyway, I was entertained. Okay.
Entertainer Mo.
I was entertained. So what we doing here? We're dropping.
Drop the link.
Oh, drop the link. Okay, so people are saying Hrgovic. People are saying Hrgovic. We're
never seen much of him, Hrgovic. I'm just gonna one moment. Oh.
We're moving swiftly.
You never see much of Hrgovic anymore.
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, Hrgovic has a fight lined up. Because, you know, there's been lots of word that Hrgovic, well, no, he can't get nobody. Nobody wants to fight him. But, hey, you know, shizzle done change. Because Hrgovic, where are we? Hrgovic now has a fight for the 10th. What's the date? The 10th of September, live on the Zone. Filip Hrgovic versus Marko Radonjic. Okay, let's have a look at the story then. September the 10th.
What's this? We'll be facing unbeaten knockout artist Marko Radojic, 22-0, 22 KOs this Friday night, September the 10th. Okay. So let's have a quick look at this. Yeah, Grafenberg, Austria. So they're fighting in Austria. This fight should be interesting to watch for as long as it lasts on Friday. With the power of Hrgovic and Radojic, someone is getting knocked out. Okay, so the number 4 IBF heavyweight contender, Hrgovic, will be taking what amounts to be a stay busy fight against unbeaten 31-year-old Radojic before getting down to some serious business in December. So what's going on? Heavy-handed Radojic. His next contest will be an IBF title eliminator in December against possibly Martin Bakole. Okay, so if Bakole can take the fight with Hrgovic for whatever reason, can't take the fight for whatever reason, the next highest rank available and willing contender in the International Boxing Federation rankings will be his opponent. Yeah, so what's going on? So that doesn't say who that is. One fight in particular. Okay. Or whatever. So that's the little quick snapshot of Filip Hrgovic. Everything still seems up in the air. Up in the air. Okay. So boom. Okay. So what's going on in the chat? Pigeon tottered off for a refill. Pigeon's gone down for a refill. Got to fill his cup so he can fill his beak. Yeah, fighting on the 10th. Yes, the weekend. That's the 10th. I think the 10th's a Friday, isn't it? Yeah. This weekend. Yeah, few days. Okay, so that is the what do you call it? Filip Hrgovic fighting at the end of the week. Okay, so as we press on, as we move on, as we continue on, where are we going now? Multiple places, multiple options. Let's drop that down like so. And Hrgovic most ducked heavyweight at the moment, unquestionably. No two ways about it. What am I going to talk about now? Okay, let's stop this. Okay, so how do I go into this? Okay, so am I going to do this solo dolo? This is going to be like a damn monologue. Okay, well, so be it. Yeah, should I do the Conor Ben thing first? Yeah, let me do the Conor Ben thing first. Let me do the Conor Ben. Let me do a couple of these things first. Let's go into the Conor Ben. What's this here? Can I drop that? I think I should. I think I could. Where are we at? Boom. In comes the Iron Kong. Iron Kong, how do you do?
How you doing, Raphie?
I'm good, my man. I'm good. Where do I start? I really want to talk about, since I got somebody to talk to about it. Okay, let's talk about it. I want to talk about Oscar Valdez. Where does one start? It's just such a big thing. Give me your views about Oscar Valdez.
Oscar Valdez should be stripped of his title. The WBC is playing favorites. They're only good for when Dillian White allegedly tests positive for something under a sanctioning body that they do not recognize, which is UCAD. VADA, which is what they use, didn't find anything, but they decided, you know what, we're going to take UCAD's word for it. You know what I'm saying? VADA said, we didn't find anything. What are you talking about? No, VADA finds something. They're like, you know what? Nah, we're going to let the WADA rules supersede you. So the WBC is playing favorites. We know what the agenda is. It's absolutely ridiculous. He should be stripped. The man, comes out, jumps out. Yeah. It's some tea I was drinking. So if you knew the tea had in this illegal substance, why were you drinking this quote unquote tea, right? The whole thing is a mess. It's disgusting. And it just shows that boxing cannot get out its own way. And this is one of the reasons I had stopped watching boxing years ago. It's just a joke, right? You have a combat sport where people are bludgeoning each other in the head for 12 rounds, 10 to 12 rounds, and somehow this is okay. It's just disgusting. And I have people now telling me, oh, they should be allowed to dope. Who cares? I care. I don't want people who are in the business of violence to have access to things that juice them up or make them stronger. This is not track where people are running. It's not baseball where they're hitting a ball. No, they're hitting each other.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's disgusting. It's ridiculous. Anybody who's trying to justify this, anybody who's trying to talk around it, yeah, man, you got problems. You don't care about fighters. You're ridiculous.
Yeah, because this is the thing. This is the thing. This is fighting. These are people hitting each other in the head. Let's talk about let's what screen am I on? Why am I showing that? Let me bring that bigger. Let me make this bigger in real time. Okay, so that should be visible now while I say what I'm going to say. Okay, so this tea, let's talk about the tea. Let's start with the tea. Okay, so if it's in the tea, if the fentanyl is in the tea, phentamine is in the tea, then produce the tea. Produce the tea, produce the batch of tea where the fentanyl is in the tea. That's one. There ain't no fentanyl in phentamine in your tea. Stop talking nonsense. Stop talking nonsense, Oscar Valdez. Now, what am I saying? Okay, so it ain't in the tea. You're drinking a stimulant. I listened to my buddy. I listened to my good buddy last night, and he was saying, but the stimulants don't always work. Okay, well, they're stimulants. Stimulants always work. I think my buddy's argument over on a different channel, my buddy's argument was that what if you have too much, it can kind of block out and drown out and not work. Well, don't have too much then. You have to take the dose. You take the dose that works. Yeah. So it's a stimulant and it stimulates. Okay. So in this case, it stimulates weight loss. So it turns up your metabolism, heart rate, etc. So you burn fat, Mao. Yeah, you burn fat at an accelerated rate. And in come Pablo Diablo, leading the way, showing the way, flying visit. Big up Raphie Dunn. Hey, big up you, my friend. Big up Pablo Diablo for coming in and showing love. Okay.
You gotta get the can back.
So yeah, we got Pigeon. I think Pigeon trained the Pigeon to come in here, rob the can. I paid the ransom, still hasn't returned it. So we what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that you used a stimulant. You used a stimulant. Oscar Valdez used a stimulant. And what does stimulants do? They stimulate. Okay. So you got the clean boxing program. We got the WBC clean boxing program, which is supposed to ensure that fighters go into the ring clean. Fighters don't cheat. Fighters don't take items which are on the ban list during training. He's been found by VADA to have taken a stimulant which is on the ban list. So he couldn't fight. The commission in question overseeing the fight said, yes, it's fine. He can go ahead. He can go ahead and fight. And so what's the point of the clean boxing program? When you're catching people who are using items that are on the ban list. I hear people say, well, it's only banned if you use it on fight day, if it's in your system on fight day. Well, it's on the VADA ban list. And so they flagged it. Then the commission, and then Bob Arum spoke out against it, said it was only tea. Next thing you know, the commission, which is some kind of Indian reservation commission, have come out and said, it's okay, you can fight. So what's the point of the clean boxing program? You're catching dopers, doping, and it's okay. Pigeon, what's your view on this?
My view on it is, wow. I've just been in the casino betting. So in the centre of Birmingham, wow. I knew about the AB sample. I know that they're trying to get the C on Oscar Valdez, yeah. What do I think about it? Listen, the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman is always going to be a rule unto himself. I prefer Darren, the guy at the IBF. But the IBF was created in 1983. I'm a bit of an IBF man more than I am WBA or WBC. What do I think of Oscar Valdez? Listen, Mexican people puts bums on seats. My opinion on this is going to be the same that it was yesterday in the chat that I was discussing, and he ain't going to get prosecuted for that. He ain't going to get nothing out of it, but this is the way the boxing operates. I was watching today a lot of the pre-UFC fights that used to happen, and as you well know, UFC is known for giving drugs. I don't think Oscar Valdez is going to get anything from this, which I think is bad, but I'm one of these guys, you know, I was quite happy when Ben Johnson ran a 9.79 at the 1988 Olympics.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not a good person to speak to about drugs in athletics, but in boxing, if he's got caught, then he should be banned for 2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
2-year ban.
Yeah, okay. So we got somebody called Jimmy. Jimmy backstage. Yeah, Jimmy, write something in the chat, Jimmy. I don't think
get yourself on, Jimmy, bro.
Yeah, get yourself on. Write something in the chat, Jimmy. And say it's me, Jimmy. Because I don't think I've ever seen you before, Jimmy. So just write something in the chat, Jimmy.
Get yourself on.
Get yourself on, lad. Get yourself on as we circle back to
You're only going to get the truth. You're only going to get the truth here. You're not going to get any bullshit. So
that's right, Jimmy. So write something in the chat, Jimmy. Write something in the chat, Jimmy, and we get to you as we circle. As Jimmy, it's me.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. So this Jimmy fellow we've never heard of, Jimmy, speak. Jimmy T.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man, we can hear you.
Yeah. What's good, everyone? We talking about the Oscar Valdez failed drug tests.
Yeah.
Hello, Jimmy. Who are you, Jimmy? Where you come from, Jimmy? Let's where you come from.
No, man, I'm from London, UK boxing fan, much like yourself. I've been watching your channel for a while. I saw the link, so I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll just jump on in it.
Okay, love you, Jimmy. Okay, love you, Jimmy. Love you, Jimmy. Okay. We love Jimmy here.
Let Jimmy speak. Okay, Jimmy. Yeah, your views on the Oscar Valdez thing.
Do you know what, bro? I find it a little bit confusing, though, because the WBC, they put out an article saying that the drugs, the tea that he drank had the same effect as 2 energy drinks.
Facts. That's what they did say, yeah. That's facts.
Don't interrupt him.
Sorry, I'll put myself on mute. On mute.
All right, yeah.
But also, I feel like the sport is kind of awash with drugs. Because I think a lot of top fighters, not just in boxing, in MMA, in football, UFC, a lot of the top sports, I think a lot of the athletes are on drugs. So I'm not really sure what to do about it.
Well, if a lot of the athletes are on drugs, they have provisions to catch them. But what's happening now? We've caught a boxer, which is what the provisions are there for, and they've just said no, okay, no problem. It's only like a few energy drinks.
no problem. Just carry on, no problem. It's so.
I remember a similar thing happening to Dillian White, where he was taking, I think it was Jack 3D, which is an over-the-counter supplement, and they banned him for such a long time. So I think a lot of these athletes, they're not really educated. So it's like myself, if I was an athlete and I went to the petrol station and bought like an energy drink, it might be on the banned list. So I feel like that's a heavy blanket to throw on someone to say that this guy's a dirty cheat and he should be banned forever. I think that's a bit harsh, though, but because he might be innocent, you know.
But A sample and B sample were positive for a drug that's on the drug list. Dillian White got 2 years for the same thing.
Yeah, I thought that was too much, though, because I do like Dillian White. I thought that was way too much when they gave him 2 years, because that could have ended his career potentially for a bit of Jack 3D in it.
Just counter supplements, crazy. It's crazy. when somebody does get caught, it's just like it's just like an over-the-counter supplement.
True. You see a lot of the streets now. Like you see a lot of the streets. You see a lot of the streets now.
Let Jimmy talk. Let me Jimmy talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, sorry.
Jimmy, carry on, Jimmy.
Do you know what it is? I think a lot has to do with the star power, because when Dillian White, he was an unknown, he got caught and they banned him. With Oscar Valdez, he's got a bit of a name in the featherweight division. He's a champion. He's got a Mexican following. So I think a lot of it does come down to money as well, and star power.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, it's a dirty sport. Yeah, boxing is definitely a dirty sport. It's not consistent. It's not fair either. So
yeah, 100%.
Okay. Iron Kong, you haven't spoken in a while. You got anything else you want to add on this subject before we move?
Nah, well, like Jimmy said, at least we know the name of the over-the-counter supplement that Dillian White took, Jack 3D. Can somebody please tell me the name of this tea that Oscar Valdez is taking to lose weight? Because I would love that. As a fat man, I'd really like some of that tea. You know what I'm saying? So we know it's Jack 3D, and he got 2 years for that. Oscar Valdez should then produce this tea that he's been drinking, right? Again, the WBC was also quite harsh to Dillian White when UCAD said they found something. VADA, which the WBC adheres to in the clean boxing program, found nothing. Then UCAD had to walk it back, and the WBC stood by their ruling to strip Dillian White of his of whatever he had. It's just ridiculous, right? So the WBC is good, is good for some people, not good for others. It's really sick. And the only way around this is to have oversight, because you have people in the business of violence for pay, and you have a sport that apparently is sort of iffy on drug use. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They never wanted the Dillian White fight against Deontay Wilder. That's why.
Yeah. Who didn't want it?
The WBC, because I think at the time Dillian would have knocked him out, to be fair.
Yes. What about now?
I just think Dillian's given up on life.
He just knocked out Povetkin. He's the WBC.
Listen. I think Dillian's been waiting along for so long. I'm in my 50s nearly. I was a young man when Dillian White was trying to get a WBC shot. It's gone on too long, man. It's gone on too long.
Jimmy.
It's actually shocking, though. Yeah, bro, it's actually shocking, though. He's been the #1 contender for, I think, now over 1,000 days. Yes. He's held the interim title twice, and he's had the silver belt for about 3 years. I don't think in the history of the sport anything like this has ever happened. Like, this guy's... It's shocking, isn't it?
It's a joke. It's absolutely
disgusting. Is there... Hold on. Okay, let's do a damn poll. Give me the power. Let me use it. Okay, so let's look at the previous poll. Been up for 26 minutes. Is Katie Taylor a dirty fighter? We have to go around the table on that one as well. Iron Kong let me start with Jimmy. Is Katie Taylor a dirty fighter? Jimmy.
To be honest, bro, I just jumped on the stream now. Dirty in her fighting style or dirty in her...
I see some headbutts. I see some dirty tactics going on.
To be honest, bro, I have to just be 100% honest. I actually don't watch female boxing at all, so I can't comment on it. I mean, she looks all right. She's all right looking. Like, you know, I wouldn't mind, taking her out, but I don't watch her fight.
Taking her out for a nice meal, expensive meal. Okay, I get you. I out in the Pigeon. You say you haven't seen her, so you don't know.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 fights, so my answer's yes.
Oh, dang. Iron Kong. Is Katie Taylor a dirty fighter? Iron Kong. Is Iron Kong there? He's muted. Okay, Iron Kong may have stepped away from the mic.
I can elaborate on the last fight against Han if you want.
Elaborate if you want.
Yeah, I'll elaborate on it. I watched the whole Katie Taylor Han fight, and she was leading with her head the whole fight, with her elbows as well.
Yeah.
So that's my view on it.
Well, a lot of people don't notice, but I have to say I find Katie
If you want my view.
A lot of people don't have noticed, but I tend to find Katie Taylor to be a dirty fighter. She leads with the head, the elbows. She thinks she's doing Muay Thai sometime, and I wish she'd cut it out. Because
I'm not really that fussed. Like I'm Irish descent myself. It's not about the descent of a person. I like that Han woman because she was quite straight up, so she could actually box.
She made it a fight.
Yeah, she weren't cheating either. So I completely agree.
I enjoyed that fight, but Katie, please cut it out. Cut it out.
I'm the best person to speak to about boxing because I'm always quite honest about what I see.
Right, and what you're going to see next is another poll. What the hell were we just talking about?
Katie Taylor.
No, before that. I think we're talking about the Clean Boxing program. WBC Clean Boxing program, and Dillian White came up. So let's ask the question. Can we pose it nice and simply? Does Deontay Wilder want to fight Dillian White? Let's do that.
No. I don't think he wants that. He get beat up in that fight.
No, he doesn't want to fight him. And it's actually something telling. In the rematch against Fury, when Fury hit him with the body shot and dropped him, Dillian White's, I think, a really good body puncher. So if he got on the inside against Wilder, he could do a lot of damage. I know a lot of people think Wilder would just blast him out, but I don't think so. I think that'd be a really tough fight for both guys. And he definitely has a chance to win that fight because Wilder...
It's a 50. Sorry. It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50
I think Dillian White overall has got the power to hurt Wilder. I think he's overall a better technical fighter, really hardened, experienced. I just want to see him get a title shot, man. Like, this guy's been through the gauntlet. He's fought Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora twice, Oscar Rivas, Povetkin twice. I've actually never seen a heavyweight contender run through this much top opposition without getting the title shot. It's actually crazy because guys like Luis Ortiz, they didn't do anything.
Real talk.
And he got 2 title shots against Deontay Wilder. Guys like Tom Schwartz, he didn't do anything in Tyson Fury.
Tom Schwartz. Spaceballs, the power of the Schwartz. The power of the Schwartz. Do you remember that with Eric Morales? You remember Rick Morales, the power of the Schwartz?
I don't remember that.
Fucking Tom Schwartz, that was terrible.
Easy with the language.
Nobody wants to watch Tom Schwartz. The only person who wants to watch Tom Schwartz is Tom Schwartz.
Well, fun fact.
I'm actually worried about Dillian a little bit because he's getting in a lot of tough fights because the Povetkin fight was tough. The Parker fight was a war. So I don't want him to get past his prime before he gets a title shot.
Real talk.
He's gone. He's gone. Dillian's gone now. You're not going to see him get a title shot unless it's going to be on the back of a card. And at the moment, everyone in the heavyweight division is ducking everyone else.
Well, I think he's the WBC interim champion now, so I think it's time.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think anyone's going to step up to fight Anthony Joshua, to be honest.
His time being denied is over now, I think, or it's coming to an end at least. He's a WBC interim champion. And so,
He deserved the belt. Like, Dillian deserved to be a champion, but I just think AJ got him at the right time in his career. He was coming up, and he was from his kickboxing career to like 17 fights, and they were both sort of similar. White thought he could beat him.
I'll be back in a sec. Carry on talking between yourselves. I'll be back in a sec. Carry on.
Yeah, White thought he could beat Anthony Joshua based on what the first fight they had. But there was no chance that was going to happen because obviously Joshua had been training and he was quite strong by then. I personally think I gave up on White from that period. I've not. A lot of you guys have all been thinking about White, and I know what goes on in the boxing community, and you think, I should come back, you should do this, you should do that, and even, but I'm not necessarily sold on him, to be honest. I just think that there's a lot better boxers who deserve it at the moment. What are you going to say, Jimmy?
I mean, I have mixed views on this because I think Dillian Whyte, overall, his resume, he's done more than enough to get a title shot. He definitely has. And numerically, I think he's young enough as well. That's why I want him to get it soon. I wouldn't even say he's the third best heavyweight in the UK. I'd actually put Joe Joyce ahead of him. I think Joyce would beat him, even though I prefer Dillian Whyte as a fighter. I'd say overall, I think Joe Joyce would definitely beat him. Because he's just, I don't know, man. I feel like he's got more depth in his toolbox. What do you think? Who would you pick to win, Joyce or White?
I just think it's a great fight. Like, I'm more into the Mexican boxing community than I am the UK, even though I sound like I'm from the UK. Like, I spend a lot of my time over there. So, yeah, man, you got, yeah. I follow Mexican boxing. I'm from Birmingham originally, but
Mexican style. You like the Mexican style. You like the Mexican salsa on his
Mandem's coming from Mexico, bro.
Mexican pigeon. The Mexican pigeon. International.
Yeah, and that's how you've got to be, because there's nothing that's going to get you through boxing, which is from an international perspective, man. And I love the fact that I'm like that. And yeah, man, this DDD thing with his eye, I love DDD. I'm friends with him. You know, when he had his eye done, I texted him on his phone. I said, "Are you all right on that, Daniel?" Because I used to be with them
let's not stray too far from the path. Let's not leave the
What do you want me to say about the heavyweights?
Let's not leave the yellow brick road. Let's go over to the Iron Kong. What are we talking about, guys? I've forgotten what we're talking about.
We're on about the heavyweight boxing.
Hold on. I've not put up a poll. Is there not a poll? Does Deontay Wilder want to fight Dillian Whyte? Come on, people, sign up. Take part.
Nah, you don't want that. You don't want
100% of people says Deontay Wilder does not.
He get banged out in that fight. I think White would knock him out. I think White would knock him out in that. I think White would knock him out.
Okay, so we need to go around the table. Iron Kong.
Deontay Wilder, I mean, if he wanted to fight Dillian Whyte, he would have fought him already, right? He picked everybody around Dillian Whyte. He picked Brazil when Brazil was going to fight Dillian Whyte. He fought Luis Ortiz a second time and all this other nonsense. You know, this is a guy who said, he called Dillian Whyte all types of names. He called him all kinds of things. Yeah. The only thing he didn't do was call him for a fight. So if he wanted to fight Dillian Whyte, I mean, they could call Dillian Whyte a bum all they want. Dillian Whyte is far and away better than anybody Deontay Wilder fought. You understand me? He got a better resume than them. So I don't want to hear nothing about if Spilka can fight Deontay Wilder, if Gerald Washington, if Du Hoppus, if Bermains, the Vern the second time can get, but not Dillian Whyte. If he wanted to fight Dillian, he would have fought Dillian a long time ago.
Yeah, Dillian will fuck him up. Dillian will fuck him up,
hey,
bro.
Language,
sorry, bro. Sorry.
Right. So he doesn't want to fight.
Sorry.
It's unfortunate that's where we are. This is a man who Teddy Atlas had to call out on his show when Teddy Atlas was like, "How are you telling somebody that they have to sign with PBC to fight you?" This is a That's like extortion. What are you doing? You can't tell somebody you can sign with. They don't have to sign with your promotional companies to fight you. This is nonsense.
That's crazy.
So no,
it's true though. It's true.
I'm gonna have a bite at this one. I think it's very clear. It's very clear that Deontay Wilder don't want.
Hey Raphie, I'm a slide, bro. Time for me to go home. Peace.
Hey, much appreciation. That was the Iron Kong. Much appreciation. My position on this is that Deontay Wilder don't want none with Dillian Whyte. I think it's blatant. I think it's clear. It's been mentioned here that you just clearly don't want nothing with Dillian Whyte. And the reason why, I think
scared, man. Scared.
Yeah, I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think Wilder can take out Dillian, but I think equally Dillian can take out Wilder. And I think more so now than before, because they've been reticent about meeting Dillian in the ring for years. But I think now Dillian is more dangerous now than he ever has been.
Dillian will kill him in the ring.
His skill acquisition is worse now. It's worse now. And so what was 50%? I think I have to tip the balance in favor of Dillian Whyte. I think Dillian Whyte now. I think the balance has tipped. I think the tables have turned. The balance has tipped. And now I have Dillian Whyte as the slight favorite in a Wilder fight.
It was never tipped in the first place. It was never tipped. It was always going to go to Whyte. The fact that Wilder wanted that fight is just a punk.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Jimmy, your view on this? I might have missed it. If you mentioned it first time around, I may have missed it.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I actually think that Deontay Wilder might be a little bit intimidated by Dillian Whyte, because in his press conferences, Wilder, he likes to get into people's heads and scare them. Like, you know, when he threatens to kill people and put them in body bags. I think with Dillian Whyte, if he talks to him like that, Dillian Whyte might get on stage and just slap the shit out of him.
He might do that. He might do that.
because Dillian Whyte is the kind of guy, like, if you talk rude to him, he'll challenge you to a street fight. Yeah. And in a street fight, Deontay Wilder knows that he doesn't have the mixed martial arts or kickboxing background. He doesn't have the sort of MMA background that Dillian Whyte does. And I think Deontay Wilder doesn't want to lose face. Because imagine him talking reckless to Dillian, and then Dillian say, come on, let's go outside, and if you're that tough. I think maybe mentally he doesn't want to be in that position.
Yeah. I really do. I really think he's intimidated. I think Deontay Wilder may very well be intimidated by Dillian Whyte. I think, and also Anthony Joshua. He's turned down. He said it himself out of his own mouth. I turned down more money to fight Anthony Joshua. I accepted to fight you. He's turned down more money.
Yeah, Joshua tried to make that fight several times. They offered him several contracts to come to Wembley to fight him. Then they offered him a big contract with DAZN. I don't know why he just kept turning it down in it. So for people that say Joshua didn't want that fight, Joshua is the guy that tried to make the fight. But I'm not sure if that fight will ever happen now, because I'm
not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't think Wilder wants it. I don't think PBC wants it. Well, they clearly don't want it. They walked away from the table. They walked away from the DAZN table to get away from that fight. And it's they just don't want it. The guy ran away from money. The guy ran away from millions to avoid fighting Anthony Joshua. That's the pure and simple truth.
And a lot of people they say that he fought Tyson Fury, but they don't put it in context, because several years ago when Tyson Fury first came out of retirement, he had lost all this weight. He was having drug and alcohol problems. He mentally was struggling. That was not the best version of Tyson Fury. At that time, Joshua was a much more dangerous fight for him. There's a lot of people, even Tyson Fury told him in the press conference that you're fighting me because you think I'm finished. So
exactly.
I think maybe.
Exactly. Simple and plain. And I almost forgot. Y'all must have forgot. I almost forgot. There's a little thing here that where is it? Let's see. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Where can I find it? Do I need to find it? I'll stop sharing that. Let's stop sharing that.
let's see if we can find this little thing here. Let's see if we can find it. Hold on. Okay. Let's see if we can find this little boom. Boom. Where am I there? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Okay. So that's not what I want to do. Let's kill that. Come out to that. Let's go into this. What is that there? Oh, okay. Boom. That's it right there. Okay. Share this. Boom. 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 How's that? Is that what I want to be sharing? Is that what I want to be sharing? Okay, it'll do. It'll do. Okay, so looking at, or I'm looking at the shape of Anthony Joshua. Is Anthony Joshua getting too light for Usyk? Is he getting too light? That's the question, but we don't really have to answer it here because I've done the video. So you can go and respond in the video if you have not already done so. But that's the shape of Joshua. That's how Joshua's looking now. Let's have a look at where is this? Oh, there we are. There we are. Okay. Okay. So that's in the video also. It's in the video also. Who's this? Oh,
this is the Mr. Pigeon, bro. This guy Usyk is a small guy. He's 6'1". He's gonna get beat up in that fight.
Damn.
He's gonna get the fucking shit kicked out of him. Bro.
Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Dear me. Apologies for the language. Apologies for Pigeon's language. He didn't do too bad. He didn't do too bad this time around. Only at the very end. Trying to stop Pigeon from swearing is like King Canute trying to stop the tide from coming in. Dang. I think he was better this time. So, and he almost made it to the very, very end. But what we see here is Alexander Usyk eating a right hook from Marius Bridis. So for those people thinking that Usyk can't be touched by the longer Joshua, I think they're going to be in for a surprise. Isabel says, AJ shredded a lot of, yeah, great. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The whiskeys went down fine. Okay, and so, yeah, what am I saying? Yeah, hey, Joshua's got the reach advantage. When's it going down? 25th of September. We only got a couple more weeks to wait. I'm looking forward to this one. Usyk, lineal cruiserweight champion. Of course, he comes with skills. Mainly in his movement. But there's opening there. There's openings there. There's openings where you can clip him, crack him, smash him, put that power on him, and see how he reacts. Okay, so I think we've covered everything we're supposed to cover. Let me have a look. Josh Warrington, Oscar Valdez, Lara. Yeah, we've done that. Ben, oh my gosh, we haven't touched the Ben. We haven't touched Ben. We haven't touched the Ben story. So how rude of me to almost forget that one. Usyk has great movement. Joshua might struggle to hit Usyk. Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about. Usyk's got that great movement. And it's not, he can't just walk in there and tag him. But he can be tagged. And you got to decode. I'm looking at decoding his foot movement. I've got this project where I'm decoding the footwork of
of Usyk as we speak. So looking to decode that, and yeah, I will show my findings. I will show my findings here on the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. But before we go, how rude of me, almost forgot to look at the Conor Ben versus Adrian Granados fight. I don't know if you can see this. Let's have a look. Let's make sure that you can. Make sure that you can. And I think this I think this picture here is entirely appropriate, because that was what Granados was doing all night long. All night long. He was literally turning away from punches. It's a good way not to get punched, but you have to make him pay by hitting him in the midriff. Fake to the head, boom, to the ribs, and maybe you have to get the thigh. Maybe you have to get the thigh to stop him doing this stupidness. Stop him doing this stupidness. What is it? It looks like some kind of comedy sketch. What the hell was Granados doing? What he was doing was actually quite effective. He was slipping a lot of the punches. Well, absolutely. We see here. We see his technique turn around. Literally turn away. It's most bizarre. It was effective. It was effective, but how bizarre. What Ben should have done. And Ben, in his fairness, I actually need to watch that fight again to see how Ben handled it. I actually think this was a good fight for Ben. This was a good learning fight for Ben. When you're trying to hit a ghost, it was like trying to hit a ghost. Granados at one time apparently used to be a kind of cat who would engage, but them days done gone. Them days done gone away. Them days done faded away. Granados now, this is how he defends. He literally just turns away from the fight, from the box, from the punch, and some say from the fight in a certain respect. Well, I give Ben credit. He realized, okay, I'm just going to be punching air with this guy. I got to take my time. I think this is an excellent fight for Ben. Some people talking about Avanesian for Ben next. I say, are you off your mind? Have you done lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? Avanesian is a dog. He's like Avanesian is like a street dog. He ain't no pooch sitting on your couch. We ain't no poodle with ribbons in his hair. No, Avanesian is like a street dog. Yeah, he looks like he's been through some hard times. Where does he come from? Russia or somewhere now, living in the UK. Yeah, it looks battle hardened. I'm managing Ben. I'm not matching him up with Avanesian. Are you crazy right now? Answer the question. It's too tough, too damn tough. Ben is on a learning curve. Avanesian's already kind of reached a certain peak. Ben's just climbing the mountainside, nowhere near the peak yet. He's got a lot of learning to do in this fight here. This cat here, what's his name? Granados. This Granados cat here turning his back on the fight. OMG. Good learning curve for Ben. Ben has looked decent in his last 3 fights. I thought he was terrible early on in his career. Ben Senior has since shown him some tips. Yeah. I mean, he never had no amateur pedigree, so he came in raw. But with time, he's dedicated himself. He's applied himself. I forget the name of his trainer. He's under that now, but very respected trainer, and knows his shizzle. And Ben is continually gaining in learning, knowledge, and experience. It's a pleasure to watch right now. It's a pleasure to watch the learning curve of young Conor Ben. Okay, and with that, I don't know if there's much to say. I think we've said I think we've said all we came to say. Okay, so it's a good one. I'd like to thank everyone who took time out of their day to come over and share some time over here at the Raphie Dawkins, the Comeback Radio. And yeah, it's been a great one. Thanks for coming. Who did we have on? We had Jimmy, new Jimmy. Listens to the show. First time jumped on. You did well, Jimmy. Always feel free to hit the link. It's good to have some people up in here want to talk about boxing. Love to talk about boxing. The poll, Raphie, the poll. Damn it. Good call. Good shout. What is this here? Does Wilder, I'm talking about the poll, does Wilder want to fight Dillian White? Launched that poll 22 minutes ago. 89% of respondents said no. That means only 11% of respondents believe that Deontay Wilder wants to fight Dillian White. You don't want none of it, apparently, evidently. It's clear to see. He don't want none. And contrary to popular belief, I think by the end of Joshua Usyk, I don't think Usyk's going to want none either. A lot of people thinking he can't be touched. I do rate Usyk, but come on now. It's going to be in a fight. He's going to be in a fight. Both of them are going to be in a fight. And Usyk's going to be touched by perhaps the heaviest hitter he's ever faced. And it's going to be fascinating. It's going to be interesting. Okay. So what are we doing now? We're dropping that one down. What else are we doing? Is there anything else that I wanted to say that I have not? Oh, okay. We got this one. Hold on. Great show. Great live streamers as always, but don't go just yet. Just another couple of minutes of your time. Excuse me. Want to talk about this one, at least want to show this one. Let me show you. Is that the one? I hope I don't get it wrong. I don't even know if that's the one. Hold on. Cancel that. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, okay, that's the one. Come on in. Boom. Okay. So, you can see why I kept you. Hughie Fury, I'll be champion of the world. Hughie Fury ain't messing around. Hughie Fury believes it's his destiny to be numero uno, to be champion, el campeón. So we gotta look at this. Come on now. Let's get that out of here. Yeah, Hughie Fury believes it's his destiny to become a world champion, to hold the number one position at the top of the sport. Remember, 26-year-old Shades of Ali, cousin of WBC, first cousin of WBC champion Tyson Fury, says he's matured and learned enough through his 8-year professional career to capture a world title once he's allowed to fight for a belt. Hughie Fury, 25, 3, 14 KOs, fought for a world title 4 years ago, losing to WBO champion Joseph Parker by an ugly clinch-filled 12-round majority decision in September of 27. But that was when Hughie was only 22 years old and not nearly old enough to be fighting a guy of Parker's caliber, says the article. It's my destiny to be at the top. Okay. It's his destiny. I just want to look for the final word. Fury's ready for the right fights. Where's his quote? I want to hear a quote. I believe I will be champion of the world. It is my destiny to be at the top. Whoever has got the belt, I want those belts. I will get through this fight, get into a mandatory position, and whoever has got a belt at the time, I'll take. I'll knock him out. People are going to see it. It's going to be dominating, said Huey, predicting a stoppage of the 33-year-old Hammer. Okay. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? Told you it'd be worth your while. Told you it'd be worth your while sticking around. Huey Fury could hit the top in 10 years' time. How old is he now? 26, 36? What's the landscape going to look like by then? What's the landscape going to look like then? It's an interesting hypothesis. It's an interesting hypothesis. So there's 2 fights away from a title fight. Pretty sure Dave Allen said that as well. Dang, that didn't work out too well. That didn't work out too well for Dave Allen. Huey better than Tommy. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. The 3 names Fury has fought are better than White's 3. Name them. Name them. You've had all this time to name them. Name them. Put them in the damn chat. Oh my gosh. Deontay, Dillian White, Anthony Joshua. They've been doing well. Anthony Joshua's been doing the heavy lifting, and even the overall caliber of Dillian White's fighters are better than the overall caliber of the fighters of Fury and Wilder. That's just the way it is. That's the way it go. That's just the way it is. That's the way it go. Them guys have been skiving. Them guys ain't doing no heavy lifting. It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of embarrassing when Wilder and Fury retire. It's gonna be it's gonna be a bit embarrassing. Fury's knocked off Vladimir, fair enough, and then they cherry-picked. They both cherry-picked each other. They both cherry-picked each other because he knew Wilder was short on skill, and Wilder miscalculated. That's just the way it go. That's just the way it go. Okay. That's all, folks. Yeah. Cherry picks, rotten cherries. OMG. And we've come to the end of the show. Much appreciation goes out to the Iron Kong, goes out to the Maltese pigeon, goes out to the Jimmy. That's 3 people. Did anybody else jump on? Kong, pigeon, Jimmy. I can't remember if there was anybody else. I think that was it. And of course, much appreciation to the Pablo Diablo popping in and showing some appreciation. And of course, big up everybody who came, attended. We're going to smash the like button, smash the share button, let everybody know button. The share button is the let everybody know button. Yeah, it's the Monday night. It's the Monday show. It's the weekend wrap up. It's the boxing talk with Raphie 304. And of course, it is the blessed.